Alright my friends, so as you can see we finally have the official version 3.4 live stream announcement, so we are going to talk about it and what we could see in it, and I would love to hear your opinion about it in the comments section below. Now before we start, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell beside it to stay notified with everything new about Honkai Star Rail, and without any further ado, let's just get started. So as you can see, the live stream is going to be on the 20th of June, which means that it is coming basically on Friday, in 4 days from now, and during this period from now until Friday we are going to get the drip marketing for the version 3.5 characters. Now usually we get it basically one on Tuesday and the other one on Wednesday, so we will see if they are going to do the same right now, or if they are going to delay it a little bit. Either way, I think that the two characters that we are going to get are most likely going to be Hisselins and Ceridra. They seem like the two best choices right now to put between basically Phainon and Cyrene. And they are going to make a lot of sense as well, since we are going to reset the cycle, or we are going to put an end to the cycle and maybe revive every single other Chrysos heir during the process as well. So it would make sense for Hisselins and Ceridra to be basically the characters that we get for version 3.5. Now I was hoping that maybe we could get basically March 7th, but since we didn't get anything about March 7th in the story, I don't think that it is going to make a lot of sense to give us basically March 7th during version 3.5, because they need to first build up the story for her and build up her background before they give us actually March 7th as a character. And when it comes to Cyrene, I think that Cyrene is obviously going to be the final character for the Amphorius arc. I don't think that they are going to give us her before that. I think that the final version that we get for Amphorius is going to most likely going to be basically Cyrene as a playable character. But this is my opinion about it. I would love to hear your opinion about it in the comments section below. Either way, as you can see, the title for the live stream is "For the Sun is Set to Die." And that is a very interesting title, because when we had Phainon in version 3.3, he said that I am the sun destined to rise. And now we have basically a title that is saying "For the sun is set to die." This is actually pretty interesting. It means that something is going to happen to Phainon. And obviously the entire story is mostly going to be focusing around Phainon, his relation to Cyrene, his relation to IDS Elysia. Maybe they are going to give us even IDS Elysia itself, because Cyrene is there, Phainon is there, so what is going to prevent them from going to IDS Elysia if there is some way basically to go there? So we could see IDS Elysia. We are going to definitely see a lot about basically Phainon, his relationship to Cyrene, as I said before, his past, maybe who he really is, because we know that Phainon is not his real name, so maybe they are going to drop a bomb on us and give us basically that name and tell us who he is, his real name, whether he is the Lord Ravager that is basically being imprisoned on Amphorius or not. All of that we need basically answers to. And then his relation also to the Flame Reaver. Is the Flame Reaver him? Is it a character that is created because of him? What is exactly the relationship between Phainon and the Flame Reaver? So there are so many questions about Phainon, his past, and everything else around him that we need answers to, and I think that this specific version update is going to answer 90% of our questions. Then after that we have also Mem here as a basically guest, and I think that since we have Mem here, that means that Mem is going to definitely play a very important role during the story for version 3.4, because usually one of the characters that they have as a guest is actually an important character, and therefore I think that Mem here is going to be that character. And then we have basically Professor Anaxa, and I think that that is just because he is basically the professor who taught Phainon, and since this whole version update is pretty much surrounding Phainon himself, because the other characters that we are going to get are basically the Fate collab characters, and they are not basically from the official game and or basically from the official story. And therefore, the whole version is pretty much around Phainon. So that's why they have his professor here as well. So I think that the version update is going to most likely focus around Phainon, his story, and then maybe at the very end of it, they might give us something about March 7th. I am really hoping that they are going to do so, because it has been so long without any actual information about March 7th. So I am really hoping that at some point during the upcoming story in version 3.4, they are going to give us some actual information about her and not just some random people talking about her. I want to know what is happening to her, not what people think is happening to her. Then we have also the events that we are going to get, and there is also the special story event that we are going to get basically for the collab, the Fate collab. And we have also the two new characters that we are going to get, Archer and Saber, who are for the Fate collab that we are going to get in version 3.4. So this is pretty much everything that we are going to get there. Mostly I am hyped for basically the actual transformation or the actual form that Phainon is going to have, because we can see from his drip marketing that he has actually a different form that is behind him. So we will see how he is going to transform into that, and what is basically the story behind that form and why he isn't in it right now, and everything about that. Either way, this is my opinion about it. I would love to hear your opinion about it in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell beside it to stay notified with everything new about Honkai Star Rail. And until next time, see you as always in the next video.
Who